right here, and we'll be back with Moments of Clarity in just a moment.
You're listening to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Werner. We welcome your input at 866-826-1340. Tiffany will be right back after this.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
SWAT Roofing would like to share some crucial information that is misunderstood by 60 to 70% of homeowners. Did you know that a damaged roof by hail or wind, in many incidents, can actually lower your premium instead of raising it when filing an insurance claim? After your new roof goes on, many premium-rated companies will want your policy to be with them and will offer the new incentives to get it. SWAT is a debt-free company with over 18 years in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We believe in helping you fully understand the interpretation of your policy and the way it can work in your favor. Call today or go online at www.swatcontracting.com, or for a free roof inspection, call 214-449-9983. Did you know that your physical health plays a big role in your mental health? Healthy minds and healthy bodies go hand in hand. The problem for many is finding the time and getting the results they want. X-Force Body is perfect for people with busy schedules, with a mission to inspire you to become leaner, stronger, and in the process healthier. X-Force Body coaches will encourage, motivate, and inspire you through every workout, helping you achieve the results you desire. Learn more about X-Force Body at the grand opening of their new location in South Tampa on May 8th from 5 to 7 p.m. For more information, visit www.xforcebody.com.
Hi, this is Tiffany Werner, your host of Moments of Clarity. Living with a mental health disorder is not easy. If you or someone you know are struggling with this, please know it's so important to seek treatment, and I'm here to help. Please visit the website at momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com to view blog posts and resources on this site to help educate and inspire you to take action, because there's no shame in seeking help for mental health. While you're there, please take a few seconds to sign up for my email list. You'll get some extremely valuable educational and entertaining content that can be sent right to your inbox each week. Plus, you'll also get instant and free access to my guide on managing your anxiety. You can also follow me on Twitter at MOC with Tiffany and at Facebook at Tiffany Werner. And once again, the website is momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com. Thank you so much for your support and for listening to your show, because change can only come when we stand together as one.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
We are back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Werner. To join in the discussion, call 866-826-1340. Now, here's Tiffany Werner.
Hi, welcome back. And if you're just tuning in, this is Moments of Clarity. I'm Tiffany Werner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And today we're talking about a lot of traumatic events that can happen in childhood and how it can affect us during adulthood, and things such as bullying, addiction, and so forth. And here to share his journey is Jacques Equier. Welcome back, Jacques.
Hey, did it well again. Good job.
Jacques Equier. I think it's in my... it's stuck. So anyway, we were getting into how you kind of ran into some old bullies, and then all the feelings of trauma kind of resurfaced after you ran into them kind of around high school, and led you into addiction. Very expensive one, Southern Comfort, cocaine, and I'm sure that wasn't it, but where'd you go from there?
Well, right about that time after I got out of high school, I lost my mother at 47 years old, battled breast cancer for 10 years, and that was a huge turning point in my life. My mother and I had a very good relationship, and out of the four siblings, or out of myself and my three siblings, I probably had the best relationship with my mom. And, it was very hard for me to take, which still, anything, it really, made those issues more prominent. So, the drinking started again. It started to get heavier again, and I had moments of rage. I still remember going over to a friend's house, a really good friend of mine, and I just wanted some answers on, why my mother was sick, why things were going on, and literally punched the door so hard it knocked it off the hinges. And thank God he was a good friend. I mean, I was just in a very dark dark place, wanted answers, wanted some kind of reasoning on, my mother was a church-going woman in the choir, never smoked, never drank, just a beautiful soul, and it devastated me for years. It really it hung on for a long time.
Yeah. You seem to wonder why when things are happening. Like, why were you picked for bullying, and why did these things, bad things happen?
Yeah.
Throughout your life.
It does. It makes you feel like, okay, again, so like you just brought up, okay, I was bullied. That's fine. I got through that. I mean, it took me some time. And then, again, in high school, not being bullied, but sort of like picked on until I basically actually got into a fight and really, I actually beat the kid up and ended up getting suspended. I had enough. And I said to myself, I'm not going to allow myself to be a victim or a statistic anymore. I'm not going to let anyone ever impose their will on me. I mean, my father always taught me to command respect. I mean, and hold your head high, walk with your shoulders up. Not that you're walking with, like your chest puffed out, but walk tall. Walk proud.
With confidence.
And, I think, yes, with confidence. And, that helps a lot. Then, as I said, I don't want to go off that track, but I wanted to, reiterate with my mom that it was very traumatic because the last vision.
How old were you when your mother passed?
20.
And so barely out of a teenager year. And at least that age is very difficult to lose a parent. I mean, it's always difficult, but especially right when early teenager years, early adulthood.
This is really when cancer wasn't very prominent or prevalent. We really didn't know what we were dealing with. Like I said, she battled it for 10 years, and, I still remember the morning that she passed. It was actually 10/10. I still remember 10/10 on March 10th. But it was that was very traumatic, and I mean, obviously, just other things, would keep bringing up traumatic events. My grandmother was a victim. My mother's mother was a victim of domestic violence. My grandfather were alcoholics, and my grandfather would drink too much. And I still remember one time at Christmas time where my father was a very big man as well. Had to physically remove my grandfather. Actually threw him out of the house, and because he raised his hand and he hit my grandmother. And so you witness these things, and this all goes onto your mental health umbrella. So we're talking about obviously bullying, we're talking about depression, we're talking about addiction, we're talking about domestic violence, which actually can even stem into a minor form of PTSD. Because as people know, and you shared this on your in your show, that it's not, hey, I've been to a war-torn country, I have PTSD. When you have dealt with any traumatic experience in your life, whether it be a car accident, a loss of a loved one, whatever it may be, you could still suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I just want to stress that to people out there, that it's not just
absolutely
in combat, police officers. That is the forefront. That is what we see all the time in the news. But
it's whatever traumatizes somebody and causes stress. Post-trauma, near-death experience, death of a loved one, accident, victim, even a car accident, train accident, plane accident. It's a lot of stuff. School shooting, all sorts of stuff. So it's whatever's traumatic to somebody.
And you want, I wish to stress that a little bit. I mean, I'm sure people that do listen to you and watch your shows, that they understand that, but some people don't, because and they don't understand the signs when they're going through it themselves. I mean, I preach all the time signs with, even getting where we're going to go with the next step here, is that when your loved ones, or, even your coworkers, your children, there are signs out there that we miss every day. And what I mean by that is, if someone that say they start losing their appetite, say they become introverted, they have moments of rage where they're normally a calm person, these are all signs that a lot of times we just shuck off as, oh, so-and-so maybe just sick, maybe they got a stomach bug, or, oh, maybe they're just having a bad day. We don't reach out and extend
or temper outbursts or something.
Right, and yet we don't reach out enough to say, because we're so afraid that maybe even as a stranger, this person's going to think I'm crazy. Sometimes that's their way of reaching out, and they're extending themselves without truly extending themselves, but they're saying that's a cry for help, and we need to go out there and say, hey, listen, are you doing okay? Because you know what? You just seem like you're not yourself. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's all they need. They could be on that precipice and be that close to doing something, to themselves. They could harm themselves, harm a family member, whatever it may be. And we just need to take that one moment, and we get caught up in our lives so often that, we're so busy, that we need to reach out to these people, strangers or not, and just say, hey, listen, is everything okay? Do you need to talk? Do you want to get a cup of coffee? Do you just want to take a walk? Little things, that have that human interaction, that human connection is what we lack as a society nowadays. And that's why we have issues with depression and addiction and, suicide, which is where we're going to cross over to next. So I was talking about my mother. I've also lost, and then my grandmother. So now I'm dealing with domestic violence. I'm dealing with the loss of my mother. I've also
you went through a lot.
Multiple, 3 friends to PTSD, and by that I mean putting, taking their own lives. Okay, I don't have to tell you how. I don't want to get too graphic. I know it's radio, so we're not going to get into how. But they ended their own lives because they didn't get the help that they needed. People reach out and they say, well, there's no help. There's no help. To everyone that's listening out there, if you have an issue, someone is having issues with any of what we're talking about, you have to take the first step. And that means the person that's going through it, a family member, a loved one, a coworker, you have to take that first step to admit that you need support, that you need help, that you need a lifeline. And that's where a lot of people lack it because they're so afraid of the social stigma. Well, the social stigma that's attached to it. They're like, oh, people are going to think I'm crazy because they're going to call me, a nut job because I have mental issues, or I'm feeling really depressed, or I'm feeling angry. We all have a right to do that. You're a human being. It's not just men and women. We're all human beings. We all want to be accepted. We all want to be loved, and we all want to know that somebody really genuinely cares about us. That's the true innovation of human existence. That's what it's truly all about. That's what I found through my, my journey. So losing my mom, domestic violence, losing multiple friends, PTSD, and dealing with addiction on several levels led to...
And bullying.
12 years, I tried to take my own life multiple times. I got to that precipice of, okay, no one's going to care, no one's going to miss me, no one needs me. I don't know why anyone, gives a crap about me. No one, and that all goes through your mind as you're going, down that. I call it a dark tunnel of just blackness. There's nothing there. There's just nothing. There's blackness, darkness.
And you feel isolated, and you forget about your lifelines and your support network and things like that when you're in that state of mind. And I want to welcome callers. Call in 866-826-1340. 866-826-1340. Hey, Jacques, how did you attempt, and how many times, and how far between?
Okay.
And just so you know, we can talk about whatever we want. You just can't say bad words. So it doesn't matter about content or graphic.
I wasn't sure.
You can say whatever you want. Just don't cuss while doing it. We'll be fine, right, Ed? Yep.
Well, I just, sometimes you...
In fact, the more descriptive, the better.
What you're talking about, that, So anyway, the first time, it was very aggressive, so I basically tried to slit my own throat with a Marine, I call it a Marine Corps knife. It's about a 9-inch serrated on one side, very sharp knife, and sat on my porch one day with my now wife, who we were just dating at the time. We were only dating for about 5 or 6 months, and a lot of issues going on in my life that I felt, I don't care anymore. I just want to end the pain. I want to take it all away. Didn't want to go down I didn't even want to go down the drugs and the alcohol stage again. So I said, no one's going to miss me. I can do this, and no one's going to care. Everyone will be better off without me. These are all the things that anyone that's either attempted or lost people will tell you the same thing. This is what goes through people's minds. But the one thing that we'll call her my girlfriend at the time, the one thing Katrina did, which was very smart, is when I had the knife to my throat, she grabbed the handle of the knife, grabbed my hand, and grabbed the handle of the knife with both of her hands. But as she talked me down, she used people's names. And by that, what I mean is when someone is going to jump off a bridge, or someone's going to shoot themselves, or someone's going to, split their own throat, people will say, oh, people need you. The community needs you. See, we don't associate that. When you're down this path, and until you've actually been down it, you can't truly understand. But when you associate names, which is what she did, she said, listen, your son needs you. Tyler needs you. That's one of my boys. Nicholas needs you. Katrina, I need you. I love you. Now, in your mind, your associate faces start coming into your head. So now you have that connection, the name and the face. So now you see the people that you're hurting. You see the people that you're leaving behind. And that was very smart on her part. Now, she's got
That
no
is.
background in mental health. Or never even dealt with anything like this.